We're seeing this incredible ambition from companies, especially in finance, to just unleash AI agents into their most critical workflows. We're talking about automating everything from complex investment analysis to customer support. But it turns out they are hitting a massive wall.
And this right here really shows the disconnect. A huge 85% of businesses want to become what they call agentic enterprises, where autonomous AI does a lot of the heavy lifting. But in reality, fewer than a quarter of them actually have the right safety and governance frameworks in place. That is a gigantic gap between where they want to be and where they are.
So yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Why is it so incredibly hard to go from just playing around with AI to actually depending on it for the important stuff? Well, the answer is inside the machine itself. We're talking about the famous AI black box. See, when you ask an AI to do something complex, it might give you a fantastic answer, but it won't show you its work. And in a world like finance, not knowing the how behind a decision, that's a complete deal breaker. This is what we call automation opacity. Okay, so this is the key. Automation opacity just means we can't follow the step-by-step logic. Think about it. If you asked a human analyst for an investment recommendation and they just handed you a piece of paper and said, "Trust me," you'd fire them on the spot. You'd want to know their sources, their assumptions, their whole thought process. And we've got to start demanding the exact same thing from our AI. And the stakes here? They couldn't be higher. For these big financial institutions, this lack of transparency isn't just some tech problem. It leads to very real, very expensive consequences. We're talking about massive regulatory fines. We're talking about bad investment decisions that lose clients millions, and a bizarre situation where adding more AI just makes things more confusing, not more valuable. And this problem just gets bigger and bigger. We're not talking about just one black box here. Right now, the average company is already running about a dozen different AI agents. And a lot of the time, they're stuck in their own little silos, not even communicating with each other. Every single one is another potential point of failure, another mystery box that just adds to the chaos. So, with a problem this huge, the old ways of testing an AI are not going to cut it. This is pushed for a totally new approach, a brand new proving ground, really, built to stress test these AI agents in a way that actually feels like the real world. And it's called the Arena. So this was developed by an open-source AI lab called Sentient, and the Arena isn't just some simple test. It's a live production-level environment. The best way to think of it is like a flight simulator for financial AI. It's designed to see how these agents really perform under extreme pressure before they get anywhere near real money or sensitive customer data. So, how does this whole thing work? Well, this is where it gets really clever. Arena doesn't give the AI a nice, clean problem. No, it purposely throws messy stuff at it. Incomplete information, confusing instructions, even conflicting data. Just like what happens in the real world. But the most important step is number 3. It records the entire reasoning process. It's not just about getting the right answer anymore. It's about watching every single move the AI makes to get there. That way, you can find the exact moment things went off the rails. And this new way of doing things, well, it completely changes the game. It shifts our whole focus away from what answer the AI gave us to how it came up with that answer. Because when the stakes are high, the process, that's where trust is built. I mean, this is a massive change in how we evaluate these things. The old way was super simple. Was the answer right or wrong? Yes or no? But the new standard, which is being pushed by platforms like Arena, asks a much deeper, much more critical question. Can we actually audit the logic? Can we trust the process? Can you prove how you got here? And hey, don't just take my word for it. Julian Love from Franklin Templeton, we're talking about an asset management giant with over $1 trillion. He puts it perfectly. The conversation isn't about how powerful AI is anymore. It's about whether it's reliable. Can this amazing tool actually do its job day after day in a real, messy workflow where mistakes cost a fortune? Himanshu Tyagi, the co-founder of Sentient, really drives this point home. I mean, anyone can make a flashy demo look good, but production, that's where the rubber meets the road. Businesses have to know with absolute certainty that an AI agent can think logically and reliably when real money and real outcomes are on the line. So, what's the end goal here? Where is all of this heading? It's really about building a completely new foundation for AI, one where reliability isn't just a nice-to-have feature. And the key to that whole foundation is one simple but powerful idea: transparency. This is it. This is the whole ballgame. Computational transparency. It's the ability for a person, an auditor, to look at an automated process and trace exactly how it reached its conclusion. It's about finally turning that black box into a glass box. And the payoff for getting this right, it's enormous. When you can trace an AI's reasoning, you can build systems that don't break easily. You can safely take these powerful open source models and adapt them to your own private data. And most importantly, you can get a way better return on your investment, all while keeping the regulators happy. It really does touch every single part of the business. So, I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. As we move into this new era, we have to kind of redefine what we even mean by smart AI. Is it just about raw output, about getting the right answer? Or is true intelligence, the kind of intelligence we can actually build a future on, all about being able to show your work and prove that you can be trusted?